Before we get started with today's program, I'd like to take a moment of silence in remembrance of a classmate, Skylar Carroll, who we sadly lost this week, and any other senior who is not here with us today. Let's take a moment to honor their memory. Please take a moment of silence with me. Thank you. Good morning, amazing seniors of Carroll County. Look around you. Students from all 5 high schools are all under one roof. We're united here as one county. You represent the best and the brightest that Carroll County has to offer. So with that, I'm going to welcome your principals to the stage. Come on, high school principals, let's go. All right, so we're going to start our event with a roll call this morning. Come on this side. Yeah, come on the other side. Okay. Here we go. Are you ready? First up. Here we go. First up from Bowden High School, Mr. Bryant. Let's hear it for those Red Devils.
Hey, it's a great day to be a Red Devil. Red Devils, get on your feet. Let's go. Let's get up. We've got your senior class president, Olivia Cook, and we got Caden Prothrow is going to lead you in a chant.
Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Where the real devils at? Where they at? Where they at?
All right, Lions. Get up, Lions.
All
get
right,
up.
Central High School.
Get up. That's... All right. All right, here we go. I'm turning it over to them.
Are y'all ready? Central! 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 Class up! 7!
All right, Mount Zion, to your feet.
Get up! Let's see you, Mount Zion. You're in the house. Let's go! Y'all ready?
Come on, you ready? Y'all ready? When
Y'all
we
ready?
say let's go, y'all say Eagles. Let's go.
Eagles.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right. All right, Temple Tigers, to your feet.
Now go ahead and get up. All right, Beckham and Carsey are going to lead you in our cheer.
Okay, y'all ready? When I say Temple, you say Tigers. Temple. Temple. Temple.
All right, VR, to your feet.
We always save the best for last. Yeah. All right, you know the routine. We are VR. Here we go. We are. We are. We are. Yeah.
All right. So we all came to this event, listen up. We all came to this event as individuals and as individual schools, but today we're going to join as one. So we're going to do a few things together. First, we're going to join as the class of 2026. I'm going to say 20, you're going to say 26. Here we go. 20, 20, 20. When I say seniors, you say strong. Seniors, seniors, you. Thank you, principals. So we come here collectively together. Come back. Listen up. We come here collectively as the class of 2026. I want to congratulate you on arriving at your senior year of high school. It's fun, it's exciting, but I want to caution you that it's not over yet. As seniors, you need to finish strong and you need to prepare for your future. Your senior year is full of excitement and also full of big decisions and critical next steps as you attend to the last year of your high school and transition to your adult life. Most of you have heard the phrase G+. Let's watch a video to remind you what your responsibility is to be G+ as 2026 graduates.
Are high school graduates prepared for success in the real world? That question is the driving force behind Carroll County Schools' G+ certification, an assurance that a graduate has gone beyond the requirements to simply graduate and has the necessary skills, knowledge, and mindset to transition seamlessly into post-secondary education, employment, or military service.
My name is Ava Smith. I'm a senior at Villarica High School, and I'm going to Clemson University to major in environmental and natural resource management. One of the best things that has helped me be prepared for college is the opportunity to do dual enrollment. I'll be finishing high school with 30+ college credit hours, and I'm super excited to get ahead in my college career.
Hi, my name is Kai McMichael, and I'm graduating from Central High School, and I will be attending the University of Georgia in the fall to study journalism and music. Being advanced in academics has definitely taught me a lot about how to manage my time and how to balance my life. I'm involved in a lot of fine arts, which have also helped me.
Back in 2011, Carroll County's high school graduation rate was only 67%, below the state average and way lower than what our students and our community deserved. Through concentrated effort across the county, by 2018, the graduation rate eclipsed 90%. Since then, we've seen 8 consecutive years above 90%. At 97% last year, the graduation rate had risen a full 30 points. But is that enough? Are those students really prepared for college, a career, or the military? To answer the question, we created G+. Students choose a pathway: college ready, military ready, or career ready, and are guided through courses and certifications that complete their readiness. These graduates get their diploma and earn their G+ certification.
Hi, I'm Emma Stodigal, class of 2025. Throughout all my high school, I've taken many dual enrollments and APs to be able to reach a goal that I've wanted to meet. I'm currently committed to Rose-Hulman IT, where I will continue my swimming career and pursue a degree in biomedical engineering.
Hi, my name is Bella Rogers. I graduated from Villarica in 2024, and during my time at Villarica, I was able to get my CNA. What I liked most about my time being at Villarica and having my CNA is that I was able to do an internship through Tanner, and I was able to see all the different departments and really gain experience and know what I want to do when I graduate from college. Having my CNA has given me a leg up on other applicants to nursing school. I currently attend the University of West Georgia, and I will be starting nursing school in the summer of 2026. I work currently as a CNA at a nursing home, so I've been able to get more experience than other people in the nursing program.
With G+, Carroll County Schools gives our endorsement that these graduates have gone beyond Georgia's graduation requirements to set themselves apart. They are ready for college, enlistment, or a career, and this jumpstart leads to success whatever their future holds. Because at Carroll County Schools, their future is our mission.
So throughout your high school career, you've heard us talk about being enrolled, enlisted, and employed. And all of those are good options. And you have to think about your own personal strengths and weakness. You have to think about what makes sense for you, what works with your personality, and what gives your life purpose. Given those 3 options as we sit here today, I'd like to see a show of hands. How many of you plan to be enrolled? Raise your hand if you plan to be enrolled. Okay, hands down. What about enlisted? Raise your hand. How about employed? Raise your hand. Okay, so you've gotten that far. You've gotten that far to think of which one that you want to do. The next question is, what have you done to be ready? So you've been in high school now a few years. You've been thinking about what you want to do. I want you to just think for yourself. What have you done already to accomplish that goal? And I want you to turn to your neighbor, and I want you to tell them 1 to 2 things that you've done to be ready to be enrolled, enlisted, or employed. Go. All right, come back together. Let's come back together. Let's hear from some people about what they're doing to be either enrolled, enlisted, employed. We're going to start from Bowden High School. What are we doing at Bowden to be ready?
I've taken AP classes, dual enrollment for college credit to get a jump start on my core classes, and I've also started researching college and universities that will best fit my career path.
Awesome. How about from Central High School? Central.
Senior class president Jake Brown. Throughout my high school career, I took a heavy course load. I set out my 4-year plan. I got involved early. I made connections with my fellow peers and administration, just really prepare myself.
What about from Mount Zion?
I'm Kylie Henson, and I completed 2 pathways in agriculture, including the Ag Leadership Program. I'm also involved in student leadership, and I plan to attend West Georgia Technical College, or AVAC, this fall.
Awesome, congratulations. Let's hear from Temple High School.
Hi, my name is Catherine Chang from Temple High School. I stay in touch with my counselors and advisors when I don't know what I'm doing, and I think that's what helps me get ready for college.
Good advice. What about Villa Rica High School?
Hey guys, my name is Labrea. I've been taking AP classes, dual enrollment, and I'm the class secretary this year. And I've just been writing my essay and stuff to get ready for college.
How about 12 for Life?
My name is Matthew Crawford. I'm from 12 for Life, and my home school is Mount Zion. I have taken dual enrollment, and I'm also in the 12 for Life program to help build my professional skills and get me ready to apply for a job in the real world.
That's some more good advice. We've heard some great things from you guys that you've accomplished so far. We're very proud of that hard work that you've done to be here where you are today. But today's program is about inspiring you to dream big and to think about what is possible for you. Coming to your email as you're here in this program today, either your email or text, you're going to get the Future Focus checklist. You've probably seen this throughout your high school career, but it becomes very important as a senior to finish strong. So that checklist is either going to help you pursue what you need to do, all the things that you need to do to finish strong, to be enrolled, enlisted, or employed. And on May, when you walk across that stage, you should confidently be one of those 3 things and know what you're doing. Here's what I'm doing, and here's what I've done to be ready. That's your target, that's your goal, and no one can do it for you. Your parents can't do it, your counselors can't do it, your teachers can't do it. It has to be you. You have to be the person that takes control and figure out what your future looks like. Believe it or not, after today, you only have 30 school weeks left in your senior year. 30 weeks. "30 more Fridays, so use them wisely. Ask questions, fill out applications, explore your options, say yes to the work to be ready for what's next. Regardless of whether you choose to pursue higher education, military service, or enter the workforce directly, your pathway is valuable. The most important thing is that you have a well-thought-out plan, that you're taking action on that plan. So our program today, all the speakers that you will hear from are Carroll County graduates. I'm personally a Villa Rica High School graduate. I'm Wildcat born. I'm Wildcat born and Wildcat bred, and when I die, I'll be Wildcat dead. Seriously, all the speakers here today have sat in your seat. They've all sat where you are today, and they're all from small towns they all had big dreams, and they did what was necessary to make those dreams come true. So as we move through this program, I would like for you to think of two questions. Two questions. First, how am I going to be my best self when I walk across that stage in May? And second, what am I going to do these next 30 weeks to reach that goal? I challenge you to think about those as we hear each speaker. So I'm ready for our speakers.
Honored to have with us Command Sergeant Major John Ballinger, the current Command Sergeant Major for the state of Georgia, a native of Bowden. CSM Ballinger began his distinguished military career in the active Army in 1995. He has held numerous leadership positions across various units, including Command Sergeant Major for the 48th Infantry Brigade Combat Team in 5 1st Sergeant roles. CSM Ballinger's extensive operational experience includes deployments to Southwest Asia in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom 3 and Afghanistan for Operation Resolute Support. He has also participated in operations in a wide array of international locations, showcasing his broad impact. Academically accomplished, CSM Ballinger holds a Bachelor of Business Administration and Management from American Military University and is a graduate of the U.S. Army Sergeant Major Academy. His impressive list of awards and decorations include the Legion of Merit, the Bronze Star, and Purple Heart, alongside numerous other commendations and badges reflecting his profound dedication and service. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Command Sergeant Major John Ballinger.
Can y'all hear me in the back? All right. So I'm not used to talking to a microphone. I used to just yell, right? So if I put this down, you'll still be able to hear me when I start yelling. Hey, man, Villa Rica, y'all got me fired up this morning when the doggone principal come out there. Y'all squared away. Hooah. However, where the real devil's at, right here, right here. So I'm a proud graduate of the Bowden High School Red Devils. Go Big Red. I know y'all got a big game tonight, right? And y'all going to bring home the 4th ring this year, right? Unprecedented, unheard of for in football. So congratulations on that. Hey, as the boring bio was just read to you, Command Sergeant Major John Ballinger. I'm the State Command Sergeant Major for the Georgia Army National Guard in Georgia. Currently, we have about 11,420 Army serving in the state of Georgia for the National Guard. All right, and I'll tell you, like she said a while ago, when I was in your seat, in high school, the first couple weeks, I had no clue what I was going to do. None. And Army was not part of it. I can promise you that. You know, matter of fact, you know, enrolled, I really had a couple colleges I was looking at, but none of them really jumped out to me. Enlisted, I didn't want to do that. And employed, I was looking to go to Panama City Beach when I graduated high school, so I didn't want a job that summer, right? So I will tell you, but that was extremely important. But what I did do is once I graduated high school, I did get a job that summer because my parents kind of cut me off and said, hey, you're not going to sit on the couch. If you want money, you're going to have to go earn it. So I went and done that. And then I did go to school in college when I left at a smaller college. But where's Caden Prothrow at? I talked to today. Stand up, Caden. Y'all know Caden Prothrow, right? Everybody loves him, Bowden High School, Red Devil, you know. So I went to high school with his dad. We called him Pop Prothrow. Somebody asked me today why we called him Pop. Caden, why they call him Pop? Do you know? I'll tell you why I called him that, because that's the last sound I would hear when he would hit me in football before I was on the ground, right? And then he also played baseball and was really, really good at baseball. So we went to college. He went on a baseball academic or scholarship to go play baseball, and I went because I was chasing a girl who went to the same college, right? So I go to a party one night, and I'm going to talk about him just a little bit, about your dad. So I go to a party one night, and there's a bunch of baseball players there. I probably shouldn't have been there, but most of the girls at the college went to the baseball parties, so that's where I went. And so they knew I didn't play baseball. They kind of started getting around me. There's about 5 or 6 pretty big guys there, and I knew that my skills wasn't going to get me out of that. And I figured I could take 1 or 2 of them, but not all 5 of them. And then here come Pop. Caden, stand up one more time. Pop's pretty close to your height, maybe an inch smaller, but Caden's dad is a big, big dude, right? And he come up beside me and put his hand on my shoulder and said, "Hey, I got you. It's me and you. We're going to take them." And they all left, right? Because they didn't want none of Clarence Prothrow. I can promise you that, when he was in college. So I looked at Pop and I said, "Hey man, I'm glad you came, because I probably could get 1 or 2 of them, but I needed you to back up the rest of those 3 or 4. He said, "No, JB, you probably couldn't get 1 or 2. They were going to tear you up, man." So I will tell you, leaving college, I didn't do very well, because I didn't go for the right reasons. And my dad finally said, "Hey, I'm not going to continue to pay for college for you to fail weight training." So my dad was in the military. You can turn this off maybe. You got me? All right. So my dad was in the military. He was drafted into Vietnam. Went and served in Vietnam. My great uncle was in World War II, served there, prisoner of war there. So I kind of felt like it was a family calling. So I joined the active duty Army and been blessed to continue to serve. My son is a graduate from Central High School up there in the back. He also serves in the military. And matter of fact, in 2018, me and him both went to Afghanistan and fought together over there. He's 25, so what year did he graduate Central? 2017 graduate. All right, so I do got some words, a little bit of wisdom from my time here, so this is a little bit more of a commencement speech, but I can tell you I've never been a valedictorian or a salutatorian, so I never got to give it. But just this morning, I want y'all to think about a couple things. So hey, it's truly an honor to stand before you today, not just a representative of the military, but as someone who believes in the incredible potential sitting in this room. The principals, the teachers, the coaches, the faculty have truly made Carroll County a leadership factory, and that's true. And believe it or not, most times they care more about your future than you do. And you and we, myself included, owe them a debt of gratitude on helping us get to where we are today. And I think we just need to give our faculty and teachers and coaches a round of applause this morning for always taking care of us. That's the true leadership in this room as well. Hey, you made it to a major milestone and you should be proud, but someone who's walked the path built on service and discipline and purpose, I want to share with you a perspective that might help you take a next couple steps forward. First, let me be clear. Life goes beyond these walls, and it will not always be easy for you. And in the military, we learn early that comfort doesn't build character. Adversity does. Being cold and wet and hungry, it sucks. Pulling all-nighters, studying for exams, it sucks. Losing a ball game after you ran hills, done 2-a-days, and left absolutely everything you have on that field, and the scoreboard still not coming up in your favor, I know it sucks. But what it does do is it builds toughness. And the truth is, you're going to face some tough challenges. And you're going to get knocked down. And you're going to have moments when you question your strength and when you question your purpose and you question your direction. But it's not those moments that define you. It's what you do with those moments that are going to define you. And one of my top priorities, or my top priority, is war fighting. And it'll always be war fighting. But number 2 is people. And I'll tell you, whether you join the military, go to college, start a career, chase a dream as an entrepreneur, or do all of those things at the same time, remember this: life is not about personal success. It's about people. It's about lifting up others. It's about being something bigger than yourself and making a difference where you stand. Discipline, leadership, integrity, those aren't just military words, they're life's principles. You must show up when it's hard, you have to lead when nobody else will, and you have to do the right thing when no one's watching. You commit, you fulfill a purpose, you strive to serve others, and that's how you build your legacy in this community. You are the next great generation of leaders, and leadership does not require a title like CSM. It requires courage. It requires the courage to be a little bit different, the courage to take risk, the courage to stand up for what's right when you look around and you're the only one standing. And very importantly, it helps with the courage to fail. And in the military, we force failure during training. We set the odds so great against our commanders that it's impossible to win. And why do we do this? Because the lessons we gain in the hard moments often become the very foundation of the success of our leaders. Listen, I'm not telling you to readily accept failure. I'm telling you that every failure is a stepping stone and not a dead end. It's life's way of refining us, of sharpening us, sharpening our character, and preparing us for more difficult missions ahead. However, we cannot and you cannot normalize failure. You got to embrace it. You got to learn from it and let it launch you forward in whatever steps you're going to take next. Truth is, most of you will never wear this uniform, but you still got a mission. And your mission is to become the best version of yourself physically, mentally, and spiritually. You need to serve your community, serve your family, and your country in whatever you're called to do. And don't underestimate that calling. And when it comes, you don't have to be loud, you don't have to be dramatic, you don't have to get on TikTok and tell everybody, what's going on, because sometimes the most powerful service comes across as quiet acts of consistency and, more importantly, compassion. The opinions that matter aren't coming from strangers from behind a computer screen. You don't need the approval of thousands of people that you never met before. What matters is the respect and trust of people that you know, the trust and respect of people that are sitting in this room to your left and right today. You don't need that BS social media platform to go online and go, hey, look at what I've done. The people sitting in this room today know what you've done. Your coaches, your teachers, your trainers, they know what you've done. They know your potential, and they're going to do everything that they can do possibly to get you to that next step. So my challenge to you today is simple. Don't chase success. Pursue your significance. Pursue your calling. Be the kind of person that other people want to count on. Be the kind of person that other people want to hang out with. The kind of person that brings the best out in people. The kind of person that wants not just to be a part of an organization, but that wants to improve the organization and make that organization the best. Hey, the country needs you. This county, the state, we all need you. So listen, I'm not a recruiter. And the truth is that probably only about 20% sitting in this auditorium today, right, will even meet the qualifications to join the military. But I will tell you, if you've got a calling, right, if you find yourself going, hey, I'll raise my right hand and defend this nation against all enemies, foreign and domestic, when nobody else will, I have the courage to do that. I have the courage to leave my family and go take care of somebody else's family that I've never met before, right, because that's what I want to do. That's how I want to serve my nation, which is still the greatest nation, whether you want to believe it or not. It is, right? But great things we have to fight for, so we've got to continue to fight for her and continue to make her strong. But if that's what you want to do and you want to have that calling, right, just like Pro Throw, I'll fight beside you every day I get the opportunity to do it. Cool. So we got some recruiting stuff up there. Brought some recruiters with me today. If you got that calling and you want to enlist and you want to go fight with me, hey, I'm ready to take you. Cool. Thanks. Appreciate the invite.
Next speaker today is Mrs. Catherine Gargan, a proud 2010 alumna of Temple High School and a lifelong resident of Carroll County. She is the esteemed owner and operator of Catherine M. Gargan Attorney at Law, located right here in Carrollton. Mrs. Gargan's practice focuses on critical areas including criminal defense, family litigation, and personal injury. Beyond her successful legal career, she dedicates her time and expertise as a committed board member for the 24-Strong Educational Foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Mrs. Catherine Gargan.
I can assure you all that I'm not cool enough to have the Law & Order SVU soundtrack playing behind me. Good morning, class of 2026. What a special privilege it is to be with you all this morning, especially given that somewhere there in the back, I have my nephew, Jackson Gribben, Temple High School class of 2026. And I have the esteemed honor of being his favorite aunt, or at least I better be. Today, I get the opportunity to speak with each of you about the process of enrollment in college. And as we stand here today, each and every one of you are faced with the same question: what's going to happen after graduation? And while I know that that seems like a scary and giant question today, I hope the conversation that you and I are about to have is going to make you feel empowered that if enrollment is what is right for you, you know the process to take to make your dreams a reality. I currently own and operate a law firm in downtown Carrollton. It is innately unfair that I had to go after Ballinger with the cool decorations and everyone hates lawyers. I spent many years enrolled in college. I don't have a ton of accolades. In fact, no one ever meets me and wants to. I am the bane of society. But I spent many years enrolled in college. I spent many years enrolled in law school, and because of that, I guess they thought I was an authority on becoming and staying enrolled in school. I graduated from Temple High School, go Tigers, in 2010. I'm also very proud of you guys. You guys really hung in there. I think only Villarica was louder than y'all, and they just have pure numbers on you. Once a Tiger, always a Tiger, guys. So I graduated in 2010, but my college career, like a lot of you have spoken in this room, began prior to my graduation as I was a dually enrolled student. So I was able to take part in the dual enrollment opportunities at the University of West Georgia. I was sort of at the forefront 15 years ago. That really is sad to say, but I was sort of at the forefront of dual enrollment. We were sort of the pioneers of that program at that time, really learning about how to do that. They had an academy on West Georgia's premises that you could come and live in, and my parents definitely pumped the brakes on that and said, hey, you're going to live here, but you're going to go to West Georgia early. And so I was able to go and take those classes, and it is truly amazing to watch the statistics, even since I was in school, about what you all have accomplished with our graduation rate. Carroll County has one of the highest graduation rates in the state of Georgia. You all are so immensely blessed and lucky to have the leadership around you that sees the potential in you and wants to make sure that you make it for whatever it is that you choose next. So, in becoming a dually enrolled student, I had to start taking all those standardized tests that we all hate, the ACT and the SAT. And I know that all of you are probably taking some of those things now or have already taken them if that's what you're doing. But fun fact, you're not just supposed to pick C when you don't know the answer. I definitely did it, but that's why I had to take it twice. You all know that standardized testing is the worst part of your educational experience, but it is required as a prerequisite to determine what programs are available to you. I was what you may refer to as an extreme nerd in school. That's probably shocking, but it's true. I knew that I wanted to be an attorney since I was in the 4th grade. And as a first-generation college graduate, I was very aware that hard work and determination were necessary to assist me in getting into the programs that I wanted to go to, but also in receiving the funding that I was definitely going to need to make that a reality. After completion of the ACT in my junior year, I knew that I had the score to apply to the University of West Georgia. That application process, I remember, was quite daunting because up until that point, I had never had to apply for education. It was a given. If you know my parents, it was a requirement. In filling out that application, discussing what my involvements had been in school, what type of work I had done for my community, and what I aspired to do for further education, I had to, for the first time in my life, put into writing my goals for my future. And that was overwhelming. So if you feel a little overwhelmed by that thought, or you are not completely sure what you want to do when you grow up, I'm here to tell you that that's okay. There is a place in college for you to figure that out too. Once I received my acceptance letter to the University of West Georgia, admittedly, I only viewed it as a stepping stone. I never intended to stay at West Georgia. I had my eyes on the prize of UGA for the fall. And at that same time that my West Georgia acceptance came in, I was offered a position through a work-based learning program with a local law firm in Villa Rica. And I will forever be grateful to the work-based learning teacher that connected me with that lifelong mentor that I am still extremely close to today. I believe that when you intern in what it is that you believe you want to educate yourself for, you have empowered yourself to make good decisions. There are many types of colleges and universities, places you can receive vocational training, associate's degrees, bachelor degrees, and postgraduate degrees. The number one thing that I recommend to anyone considering enrollment is to go intern in what you think you want to do for the rest of your life first. For the first 2 years of college, you have time to determine what you want to major in, time to determine what route is best for you. But you all get to begin that now, having experiences in the fields that you think you wish to study, and that is the best preparation for enrollment, in my opinion, that you can complete. Why pay money and work very hard to receive a degree only to find out that you were miserable in that career after the fact? I completed my time at the University of West Georgia in the spring of 2013. And I remained at the University of West Georgia because I kept that same job, working at the same small firm in my town. In the fall of 2012, my senior year of college, I knew that I had to start looking into law schools, and lucky me, I got to take more standardized testing, also known as the LSAT. After taking the LSAT, I received offers from schools to apply, meaning that they would likely give me funding or scholarships, things of that nature, to come to their programs. So on the advice of my academic advisor, Thomas Hunter, who still runs the Pre-Law Society at West Georgia today, I applied to each and every school that sent me a fee waiver. When I received my acceptance letter to the University of Mississippi, better known as Ole Miss, I will admit that I was not excited. Mississippi was not a place that I wanted to be, nor was it a place that I wanted to go. However, on the wisdom of my father, who woke me up at 4 a.m. on the day that my seat deposit was due, and made me drive to the University of Mississippi to take the tour of the school, the peace that I felt in enrolling in that program was unexplainable. We both knew during that visit that I was right where I was meant to be. So another thing to consider in deciding about enrollment is not only what you want to be, but where do you want to be it. During each step in my academic and my legal career, I sought advice from the people around me, people who had gotten to the places that I wanted to be. I studied under them, I spent time with them, I asked them questions, and I followed their advice. I told you all that I was a first-generation college graduate, and what I mean by that is that the opportunities that I was presented with that allow me to stand on this stage were not opportunities that were even dreams that my parents could have. My mother was the youngest of 9 children, and the idea of affording attendance at a university wasn't even a discussion that they could dream to have. My father is an immigrant. He is the eldest of 6 children, and when it came time for my brothers and I to figure out what was next in our lives, they only had one wish, that we would pursue what they couldn't, and that we would become whatever it is that we could dare to dream to be. But they were very, very clear with us at that time that what they thought each of us wanted to be, myself an attorney, my brothers in education, most of these schools have been represented by a member of my family at one point. They made sure to tell us that enrollment was key for that. I will admit getting enrolled was tough, but staying enrolled was tougher. The preparation for more school after you feel like you're done, it's kind of a letdown. I heard all of you cheer about only 30 weeks left. It's overwhelming to think about enrolling in a whole nother program. But all of the hard work that I studied through has truly been worth it. And if I can do it, I assure each and every one of you that you can as well. So if you are considering enrollment and you are wondering where to start, I'd encourage each of you to sit down and think about what you want your life to look like in 5 years. Not with preconceived ideas that I could never do that or that would take too much effort. Instead, truly think, what would make me happy? And if that plan includes a career which would benefit from vocational training or a degree of any sort, sit down and make a list of all of the schools with those programs that you would like to attend. Take your standardized tests, the ACT, the SAT, and while I know no one wants to spend money and a Saturday to take a test, it's only a few hours. Get your scores back, and every place that sends you a fee waiver, apply. Even if you don't intend to go there, even if it's only for the experience of filling out the applications. Surround yourselves as you have with advisors, trusted teachers, family members, graduation coaches, school counselors, people who know you well enough to point things out in yourself that you don't see, and people who know you well enough to point out career paths for you that you may not even think available. Find out what the path that you think you want would really require, and enjoy the ride. While receiving your first acceptance letter is exciting, the process of getting into and attending college, that place between being the high school kid and the real life adult, it's a great time in life. Don't rush it. I hope that as you prepare for next year, you do not forget to enjoy this one. I want to leave you all with this. There have been many times in my life that I did not want to push through. Hard classes, hard cases. Nothing in life worth having is ever easy. Enrollment is hard. Staying enrolled is hard. But in life, we get to choose our heart, and I can assure you that the work that you put in will directly relate to what you get out of the choices you make in life. Education and knowledge are the only things that can never be taken from you. But you should not seek education to keep it to yourself. Be generous as you learn new things, helping those that follow after you, and never forget the ones that help you make it where you wanted to be. I sit here looking at a room full of possibilities, the next generation that will soon graduate and will come up beside me to help make this community that I love even better. I am rooting for you, I am praying for you, and I am here to help you if you need it. Good luck to our class of 2026. Enjoy what is to come.
Our next speaker today is Mr. Scott Cowart, a distinguished alumnus of Central High School graduating with a class of 1975. Many will also remember him as the visionary coach who led his Central Lions basketball team to a state championship in 1985. Mr. Cowart is celebrating an incredible 47th year in education, with 15 of those years dedicated to his wonderful leadership as the superintendent of Carroll County Schools. Please join me in welcoming the superintendent of Carroll County Schools, Mr. Scott Cowart.
Good morning! How many of you are excited about being seniors? That don't look about half on. I guess some of them will stay with you a while, but I'm not sure. How many of you got one of these things with you? You got it? Take it out. Take it out. You don't often get to do that at school these days, do you? Take it out. You've been sitting for a while. We want to give you the opportunity to look around, get up, take your breath a little bit. But in doing that, we want to ask you to help us with something. You see, when Miss Shirley talked to you at the beginning, she talked to you about this year being your senior year. We want you to finish this year strong. We want you to be senior strong. So what we want to do is we'll let you stand up, take a little bit of a break. I want you to take your phone with a group of people around you, or your friends, or a couple of you, and I want you to take a picture, and then to whatever social media platform that you use, I want you to post up that picture with the tag, hashtag Senior Strong. Okay? All right. Everybody stand up. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Make your way back to your seats right now. Ladies and gentlemen, please make your way back to your seats at this time. Thank you.
Okay, can I have everyone's attention, please, second please. That's the kind of excitement we want to see all year. You have a lot to celebrate. As I begin my remarks to you, I want you to think back to 2013. 2013. I want you to think about what you were doing in 2013. In 2013, you were starting kindergarten. 12 years later, you're here. Started kindergarten 2013. Today you're here to see. You've been on a journey to get to this point. You've been probably ready to get to this point for a while. Now you're excited about being here. We're excited for you to be here. I asked you to think about 2013, and as I did that, it made me think about 1963. You see, in 1963 is when I started my journey. My journey started in the building at Central High School, but at that time it had first grade through 12th grade. It didn't have kindergarten, so I started first grade there in 1963. I'm a proud graduate in 1975 of Central High School. And been fortunate ever since in the field of education, working with young people, helping young people do exactly what you're trying to do this year, was get to the point where you can recognize your dreams and the things that you want to do with your life as you move forward after graduation. And it's been something I've been so proud of and so excited about, and I'm so excited for you this year as you look forward to your journey towards graduation in May. Miss Shirley talked about 30 more weeks. 30 weeks will go by really fast. It'll go by really fast. So you want to enjoy every moment of your senior year. But as I get started with my remarks, I want you to look on the screen behind me. For our school district this year, we always pick a theme we use with all of our teachers and staff, and our theme this year is Elevate 2.0. Elevate simply means to take whatever you're doing and try to take it to the next level. You think back to 2010, our graduation rate was 67%. Now our graduation rate's 97%. We think this year you're probably going to make it higher than that. You're going to help us elevate 2.0. But if you'll look above the word elevate 2.0, there's some numbers. I want you to look at those numbers. And I want you to take a second and silently ponder what those numbers could mean when it comes to you. Because those numbers are about you. We know
that right now, approximately 420 of you are seriously looking at the option of enrolling after high school. We know that by research over the past couple of years when seniors come into the start of the year about how many of them are really serious about trying to do that. We know that right now there's approximately 36 of you who in some way, shape, or form may be considering the military option. As Sergeant Ballinger just talked about, it's a wonderful option to consider. We know that about 528 of you are probably looking at the option of going into employment right out of high school, a career. But that leaves 216 of you. We also know that there are probably about 216 of you right now that have no plan. You're not sure. You haven't started towards college, you're not working towards the military, and you're not really looking to go into the workforce at this point in time in your mind. At the end of the year, what we want is for 100% of you to be able to be enrolled, enlisted, or employed. We want to support every one of you this year, no matter which of those categories you're in. So if you're in that 216, fine. Let's get with your people at school, get with your teachers, your counselors, your principals, and let's work to help you get in the direction you want to go. If you want to go to college, just like Ms. Gargan talked about, we're here to help you with that. So no matter what role you're in, we're here to help you. Now, to do that, we have to talk about a serious mental issue. Our country's faced with a lot of medical issues, emotional issues, and mental issues, but there's one that affects seniors really, really high. It's called senioritis. Anybody ever heard of senioritis? Raise your hand if you heard of senioritis. Now, I would ask, do any of you have senioritis? But I'm not going to do that. Well, we've got one volunteer down here. So what is senioritis? Why do I talk about senioritis? Senioritis is a decrease in motivation or effort. You get to your senior year, you don't want to go as much, you don't maybe want to be there, you don't really want to do things, you kind of procrastinate, you kind of have apathy about what you're doing, you kind of want to coast. You think you've arrived, so I can just kind of coast through my senior year. That's the opposite of what we wish for each of you. We want you to have a strong senior year. We want you to have a year where you're focused, you know what you're trying to accomplish, you know what you need to do to accomplish, and that we're there to support you in accomplishing that. So, number one, if you don't have senioritis, keep going in the way you're going. Number two, if you maybe kind of do have senioritis, let's work on it. Let's work on it together and help you out. Now, earlier, Command Sergeant Ballinger and then Ms. Gargan, they talked to you about being enlisted and being enrolled. My job is to talk to you about being employed. Now, I want you to think about this. Even though I said there's about 500 or so of you who are probably thinking about this right now, this is the one category that affects every one of you. Because at some point, all of you will be employed. Even if you go to college, once you graduate, you're going to be employed. In the military, you are employed. Even if you start your own business, you're employed, but you're employing yourself. Employment is something that all of us will participate in. So when we think about your success after graduation, we want to think about some things that can help you be successful regardless of what path you're choosing. So listen to this statistic. Research clearly shows that when you look at the success of people coming out of high school, 85% of your career success is based on one single thing. It's called soft skills. Soft skills. Now you say, what are soft skills, Mr. Cowart? What are soft skills? Is about showing up, being there, your attendance. It's about being on time. Be there, be on time. It's about when you show up for work that you're ready for work. Show up, be ready. It's about working with people, having a good relationship with people. It's about being able to pass your drug test. These things are things that employers look at. And I'm telling you right now, 85% of your success in the future will be based on your ability to understand soft skills and apply them in whatever role that you participate in. Now, however, there are what we call work skills beyond soft skills. And when you think about what's happening in the world out there, there are companies that are looking for certain things, certain skills. And I can share with you a couple of those. When you look at it, and I think the slide behind me, this is produced by the Chamber of Commerce of Georgia, and they study this, and they look at what are the things that employers are looking for. It's important that you know what people are looking for as they're looking to employ you. They're looking for people who have critical thinking skills. They're looking for people who can communicate. They're looking for people who can work with each other. Teamwork is important. Collaboration, working with people is important. Adaptability is important. Work ethic is important. Those work skills come alongside of those soft skills, and if you have those things, it puts you in a very prestigious position to be employed. It differentiates you. It sets you apart. So as you go through this senior year, we want you to think about how do you work on your soft skills? How do you work on your work skills? Now, for all of you who are planning to go to college, college is wonderful. It's amazing. A 4-year certificate, a master's degree, specialist, doctorate degrees are powerful tools. But let me tell you, and please listen, every single one of you, one of the biggest differentiators right now for employers is what's called a professional certificate. That's having a pathway where at the end of it, you get a certificate that says you've mastered a certain skill. If you do this, if you get that, even alongside of your 4-year degree, or if you don't have a 4-year degree, if you get a professional certificate, it will set you apart. It will move you to the front of the line. It will increase your earning potential in a multiplied way. So if you're not going to college, work towards getting a professional certificate. Even if you are going to college, consider getting a professional certificate in addition to your 4-year degree. Now, as you think about these things and what they mean to you as you go into the workforce, what kind of jobs might you be looking at in the future? That is a real question for you. Our world is changing. It's changing rapidly right now. The advent of new emerging technologies, artificial intelligence, all these things are changing the type of jobs that are going to be available for you. And you need to understand and pay attention to this. Going to the next slide, these are some of the jobs that the Chamber of Commerce says are most likely to be available for you in the future. So when you think about in 2025, things like healthcare and information technology, advanced manufacturing and engineering, if you're in those areas, if you're in those pathways, you will be in high demand. If you're interested in those and you're not in them currently, move towards those. But look out in 2050. You'll be beyond a young adult. You'll be middle-aged at that time. Some similarity in some of those things, but some new things, like digital entrepreneurs, robotic engineering. Our world is changing, and it needs young people like you to understand the new opportunities you have in front of you. If you apply yourself, you can position yourself to be in a good position to get a really good job and have a great career. So, as we think about all of this, at the end of the day, what we want for you is when you walk across the stage in May, we want you to walk across the stage and understand at that point in your life, you're making a choice. I want to be enrolled, I want to be enlisted, I want to be employed, but we want you to be successful in doing that. We want you to be ready and prepared. That's why we showed you the G+ video. We know that those students who apply themselves to that G+ level have an exponentially higher rate of success after high school. So if you don't know what that means for you, go back to school and ask. Let your teachers and your counselors and your administrators help you on that pathway to G+. But one of the things I learned a long time ago, that if I really want to do something, it's going to take more than just me to probably make it happen. Sometimes I have to have help, especially if I want to accomplish something big. What that often means is I need a partner. I need somebody to walk along beside me. I need somebody to hold me accountable. I need somebody to keep me in check and give me feedback. And one of the things we want to do today is give you an opportunity to choose an accountability partner. We want you to think about somebody. It could be a friend. It could be somebody in your family. It could be a teacher. It could be a coach. But somebody who will hold you accountable this year to what you want to do for graduation. We want you to choose somebody who will help you. It's about support. It's about help. It's about getting you over the line. So, in just a second, I'm going to ask you to take those phones out again. Don't do it yet. Here's what I'm going to ask you to do this time, though. It's different. I'm going to ask you to take a selfie, and I'm going to ask you then to turn around and to text a message to your accountability partner. And in that message, attach your picture and say, I'm committed to being enrolled, or I'm committed to being enlisted, or I'm committed to enter the workforce when I graduate in May. Would you help me? Take your phones out. Take your phones out. Don't be scared. Don't be nervous. Step up to the plate. All right, take your selfie. Think about your partner. Who are you going to text? Who are you going to text? Who are you going to ask to help you? Who are you going to ask to be your partner? Take your picture. Take your picture. Take that picture. Come on, Wildcats. Y'all can do this. Take your picture, guys. Come on. Text it out. You take it? Come on, you do it. You can do it. Who you going to pick? Take your picture. You text me. You want to text me? Okay. Let's bring it back together. Let's bring it back. I hope everyone participated. But I challenge you, if you didn't just then, do it before the end of the day. Seriously. In life, when you need to do something important, choose somebody who will walk beside you and who will be that person who will help you accomplish what you need to accomplish. It works. It's powerful. Text somebody today and tell them what you're committing to do and ask them to be that partner for you. Now, as we think about your senior year, what I'd like to do as I finish up is I'd like to give you 3 suggestions or 3 ideas that hopefully can help you have a senior strong year. You see, we don't want to just motivate you, inspire you, and say, go forth, have a great year. We want to give you some things that hopefully help you do that. Okay? So let me give you 3 things. 3 things that can help you have a senior strong year. Okay? The first one is to chart your course. Chart your course and chart it now. Chart your course and chart it now. Earlier, Ms. Shirley talked about our graduation checklist. She said that all of you are going to get a copy of it later today. You should have already seen it last year, but this year you're looking at the senior version, and you pick enrolled, employed, or enlisted, and you've got a roadmap to use of the steps you need to take to get you where you want to get this year. You see, that map will help you get where you need to go. Now, since I've referenced the phone twice, I think, Mr. Dask, I need to do it one more time. How many of you on your phone have a playlist of your favorite songs? Most of the hands in this room came up. So think about it this way. On your playlist, do you just put some random songs and hit shuffle? No. What do? You pick the songs that are important to you, right? You pick what you want to listen to, right? You curate your playlist so that it gets you what you want. That's what we mean by charting your course. You decide what you want, and you decide what you need to do to get where you want to go. So one of the most important things you can do is to chart your course and chart it now. One last thing on charting your course. Somebody might say, well, Mr. Carroll, what if I changed my mind, and after looking at this enrollment stuff, that's really not what I want to do? Well, think about it like using a GPS. A GPS helps you recalibrate. If you get off course, then that GPS helps you get back on course. These checklists can be like your GPS, because if you need to swap from enrolled to employed or enlisted, we've got a pathway for you. So the first recommendation for you to have a senior strong year is to chart your course starting right now. Know where you're going and know how you're going to get there. All right, second suggestion to you is show up and show out. Show up and show out. See, it's more than just being at school. It's about being at school with a purpose. Being at school with a purpose. Why are you there? What are you looking to get from this year? Show up and show out. Be intentional about what you do, what groups you're a part of, what activities you're a part of. All these things, make sure you're very intentional about it. Make your senior year like an internship, where you're preparing your reputation to be able to put it out there for the people that will be looking at you in your next steps in life. You're working every day to build your reputation. Going back to the soft skills that I talked about, if you're at school, you're on time, you're prepared, you've got a great work ethic, then that's the reputation that you build and you take out when you go into the real world. If you have senioritis and you do the opposite of those things, that's the reputation you take out in the world. So why would an employer employ you with that type of reputation? Why would a college take you for that type of reputation? Why is it that Sergeant Ballinger said that only 20% of you could even qualify for the military? Because some of you already have a reputation of having an attitude that's not conducive to that. Work this year by showing up and showing out, and work on the things you need to, your soft skills, your work skills, and your at the end of the year, things will be better. Lastly, and this is one of the most important, cultivate your crew and your champions. Cultivate your crew and your champions. Now think about that. Your crew are those people that you hang around with and who help shape who you are. Does your crew lift you up, or does your crew pull you down? If you want to go to college, are you around like-minded people who want to go to college and that's what they're focused on? If you want to go in the military, are you around like-minded people who that's what they want to do? If you want to have a career, are you around like-minded people who actually are serious about having a career? Cultivate your crew. Who you spend time with determines a lot of your success as you move through life. Cultivate a crew that's going to support you. Cultivate a crew that's going to lift you up and help you get to where you want to go. But at the same time, you want to cultivate champions. You need people who are going to champion for you, who are going to advocate for you. You need to build the relationship with your teachers and your counselors and your coaches. You need to build relationships with people in the community that you know who will advocate for you, who will be a champion for you, who will speak out for you, who will be that reference for you to say, yes, this gentleman right here, you need to hire him. He's got a great work ethic. He's going to show up. He's going to be on time. He's going to have a good attitude when he gets to work. You need that. You want that. If you want to differentiate yourself, if you want to make more money and have a longer lasting successful career, then you need champions in your life. So as you think about your senior year, we ask you to not only cultivate your crew, but to cultivate your champions. So thinking about this senior strong year, I gave you 3 things to consider. You know, you got to chart your course, you got to show up and show out, and you got to cultivate your crew. If you do those things and use the roadmap that we'll put out there in front of you and let us walk along beside you and help you, then you can get to that point in May where you can walk across that stage, you get your diploma, but you're not just getting the diploma, you're actually taking that next step to whatever it is you want to do in life. And you're prepared to do it successfully. And that's what we want for each one of you. Now, when you came in today, probably on your bus or maybe before you got on the bus, each of you were given a wristband. Take that wristband out, if you will. Some of you may already have it on. If you got it on, put it on your wrist. If you don't, just take it out. These wristbands. These wristbands are by cluster. We've got one for each cluster, color-coded towards that cluster. You may say, well, why did we give you a wristband? Why did we give you a wristband? It's really very simple. 30 weeks sounds like a short time, and you may believe you're already prepared to be there, but we know that along the way, things are going to get tough. There's going to be difficulties. There's going to be things, obstacles, barriers you have to overcome. We want this to be a reminder to you of your commitment today, that you're going to graduate and you're going to be ready to be successfully enrolled, enlisted, or employed. And when it starts getting tough, just look at the wristband and think about the fact that you made a commitment today that you're going to get there and that's what you're going to do. Now, a very special person in my life once told me this thought, and I'm going to leave you with this as we get ready to kind of close this out. If you want something to be special, you have to take the responsibility to make it special. We want you to have a special senior year, but you need to want to have a special senior year. But more importantly, we need you to take responsibility for making it a special senior year. The speakers today have hopefully helped you think about enrolled, enlisted, or employed. Your teachers, your counselors, your principals are committed to helping each and every one of you do what you need to do. We're excited about the coming year. So I invite you to wear your band proudly. I invite you to keep up with your accountability partner you text earlier. And I invite you to have a very senior strong senior year. With that, I'm going to turn it back over to Miss Shirley.
At this time, I'd like to welcome Megan Castillo to the stage. She's our senior sponsor who helped make this event possible today. She's with Scholastic Images, and they have been our partner since 1993. So I'm going to turn it over to Megan.
Can I switch over to the moving mic really quick? Perfect, thank you. All right, so good morning. I'm so excited to be here with you guys today. Hopefully you recognize me and I get to recognize some of you as we've worked together for the past couple of years. And I am the proud owner of Scholastic Images. And I just want to address an elephant in the room. I'm the only person who's gotten on stage without a jacket, but if I turn sideways, it might be a little apparent why. So I apologize for not getting dressed up for you guys today. Maybe next year and in the spring, I'll fit back into my jackets. But I want to take a point of privilege just to talk about what I get to do. My passion is to celebrate you, make sure that you have the best high school experience, and make sure that you capture all those memories and those big moments that you have poured your heart and soul into at your schools. I'll come and meet with most of you as seniors individually at your school, but just as a highlight, we are the proud provider of your letter jackets, your caps and gowns, your class rings, your championship rings, your diplomas and diploma covers, along with senior jerseys and other goodies throughout the year. I also want to reminisce on the 3 speakers you guys had today to talk really quick about how I got to where I am. So my husband and I graduated high school together. We did not know each other then, for the record, but he went off into the military. College was not for him at the time, so he enlisted, and that made him the man who he is now, and I'm very proud of him. And now he is my business partner in what I do. I graduated and I went to college. I wanted to be a pastor, turned into a teacher, and loved every second of teaching high school because that led me to the path that I am now to get to be with you guys. And then we have the most perfect, beautiful little 9-year-old daughter already who's in 4th grade, and she is extremely strong-willed. So we make sure every night when we're doing homework, we remind her that Castillos aren't quitters. We might not be the smartest people in the room, but we will always be the hardest working. I was not the top of my class when I graduated, sadly, but I worked extremely hard to get where I am. And with that, now on this side of the stage, I'm an employer. So I am reaching out, I am hiring individuals, and when I sit in an interview with them, I don't really ask them if they know how to do what I do. I don't ask them if they already know how to make the spreadsheets or run the finances of my business or sell the products that I sell, because I can teach them that. What I cannot teach is the teamwork, is the things that were on that pie chart that stood out to me, because those are the things as an employer that I'm looking for. Do you have the couth to work with my team? Do you have the skills to be able to communicate effectively? Are you going to show up to work on time and be happy and be proud to be doing what you do? So, I want to encourage all of you, as you finish out your senior year, work hard, because I want to make sure that I get to see you walk across that stage in May. I'll be passing out your caps and gowns in the spring, and I expect every single one of you to be utilizing it this spring. But with today's message and your speakers, between being enrolled, being enrolled, being enlisted, or being employed, it's so important to find the path that fits you and to continue on that and work hard towards that. Work with your accountability partners and let people encourage you as you take your next steps in life. So, thank you for an amazing day. I really appreciate all of you. I will see you at your local schools. Please come and see me if you need anything or if there's any way I can help you guys take your next steps.
So each one of your high schools is equipped to plan and execute your next steps. Remember your future-focused checklist. Remember the commitments that you've made today. I challenge each of you to get engaged in every opportunity that's going to come your way your senior year. At the end of the day, Carroll County Schools wants you to be enrolled, enlisted, or employed. Create your own future, know where you want to go, and do what it takes to get there. Everybody stand up to your feet. One more time, here we go. I'm gonna say 20, you say 26. Here we go, 20, 26. 20, 26. 20, 26. Senior, senior, senior. Thank you, have a seat one more time. I wanna thank you all for your attention today. We're excited to see what your future holds. I want to leave you with one thought. When asked this year what you do, your reply is whatever it takes. So as you wear this bracelet, remember every day, whatever it takes. Thank you so much.